Mr. Takai.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. General Stewart, with all the focus on the Middle East, can we shift gears and tell me what currently is the biggest threat to stability in the Asia-Pacific area?
There are a number of things in the Asia-Pacific area that causes me concern. North Korea's destabilizing action is cause for concern. They continue to modernize their military. They continue to seek nuclear capability. That is very destabilizing on the peninsula. We also see extended operations by Chinese as they modernize their military forces and extend their reach into areas such as the South China Sea. Those are destabilizing factors. Those are probably the two biggest ones in the region.
Okay, thank you. General Mayville, how does our current force posture in the Pacific align with these responding threats in the Pacific?
Yeah, in the Pacific, we want to make sure that we have, and we do have, the requisite forces to deter a DPRK aggression. We want to make sure that we can dissuade them of the use of nuclear capabilities. We want to be present in meaningful numbers to assure our allies of our U.S. commitment and our reliability. We want to have a presence in the region, and we do have a presence in the region sufficient to preserve the freedom of navigation through international laws and norms. And we want to have the ability to sustain our presence and be ready not just for what is required today, but to be postured to respond to a contingency tomorrow.
Thank you. So would reductions in the U.S. force posture in Asia-Pacific exacerbate the current security challenges that we have?
I am not aware of any reductions, planned reductions within the department for our forces in the Asia-Pacific. But I think that if what you're referring to is how might the lack of resources impact our current capabilities and presence, it would be significant.
Thank you. Maybe more specifically, there is some discussions regarding possible force reductions on the Army side in Hawaii specifically. Can you talk about those reductions affecting the security challenges in the Asia-Pacific area?
I apologize. I can't speak to an Army specific decision. As again, I'm unaware, but I'll take that back and ensure we get you a response from the Army on that.
Okay, thank you. And are any countries in a position to prevent the United States from effectively operating in the Western Pacific? Either of you can answer that.
I think both China has done extensive training to counter U.S. forces in the region. They've sophisticated air and missile and space defense capabilities. I think that they're designing their forces to challenge military presence of the United States in the region. They have fairly sophisticated missile systems that can counter a number of our platforms, and we'd certainly welcome an opportunity to talk a little bit more about this in closed session, but I think both China training and some of their weapons capabilities a significant threat to our forces.
Thank you. One last question. Do you think we're losing, I mean, you're speaking about China. What about technology? Do you think we're losing our technological edge to China?
I do not believe we're losing our technological edge to China, but I do believe China has a concerted effort to, as much as possible, gather intellectual property to close the gap between our technological edge and their capability. I do not believe at this point that we are losing our technological edge, but it is at risk based on some of their cyber activities.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.